about to jump into a story that's thousands of years old but feels incredibly modern. It's about a man who's literally haunted by his past. After 20 years away, he's finally going home, and he's about to face a single night that will completely rewrite who he is. This is a story about what it really means to change.
And that really brings us to the heart of it all. I mean, think about it. Can one single solitary night of struggle be so intense, so transformative, that you wake up a different person? Well, we're about to see how, for one man, the answer was, without a doubt, yes. So our story kicks off with Jacob. He's on his way home after 2 long decades. But this is no feel-good reunion. He is terrified. Why? Because the last time he saw his twin brother, Esau, he'd cheated him out of both his birthright and his blessing. So, yeah, the stakes are about as high as they can get. Now, as Jacob is traveling, he gets this amazing sign. He sees angels. It's so powerful, he names the spot Mahanaim, which means 2 camps, because he sees it as his own camp being protected by God's army. You'd think that would calm him down, right? Not a chance. Despite this incredible reassurance, the fear in his gut is about to take over completely.
So, trying to get ahead of the problem, Jacob sends some messengers to Esau, to kind of test the waters, let him know he's coming in peace. But the news that comes back, well, it's basically his worst nightmare confirmed.
400. That's the number his messengers bring back. Esau is on his way, and he's bringing 400 men with him. Now let's be clear, in the ancient world, 400 men is not a welcoming committee. That's an army. The message is loud and clear. Esau has not forgotten, and he's likely coming for blood. And right here, this is Jacob's breaking point. On one shoulder, he has this direct promise from God to protect him. On the other, he has the cold, hard reality of 400 armed men marching toward his family. He is caught in this massive tug-of-war between faith and fear.
So what's his move? He falls back on what he knows best: strategy, scheming. He comes up with a 3-part plan. First, he splits everyone and everything he has into 2 camps. The logic? If Esau attacks one, maybe the other can escape. Second, he prays. I mean, he really prays, desperately reminding God of his promise. And third, he tries to buy his brother's forgiveness, sending wave after wave of his best livestock ahead as a massive gift. After he sent his entire family and all his possessions across the Jabbok River, Jacob stays behind. He's totally alone in the dark. And it's right here, in this moment of isolation, that the story takes a wild, mysterious turn. This is the night that changes everything. Out of the darkness, a man, or something, appears and starts wrestling with him. And this isn't just a quick fight. This is a brutal, all-night-long struggle. It's a physical war that goes on and on, right until the sun starts to rise. As dawn breaks, Jacob is exhausted, but he has realization. He's not fighting some random stranger. He believes he's fighting with God himself. So he hangs on for dear life and makes this incredible demand. He's not just fighting to survive anymore. He's fighting for a blessing. He's fighting for a whole new future.
And this is the turning point. In the struggle, his opponent just touches his hip and it pops out of its socket. Jacob is now physically broken, and he'll walk with a limp for the rest of his life. But that's the whole point. The old Jacob, the self-reliant, tricky Jacob, had to be broken so that someone new could be born. He loses the fight, but he wins the war. The outcome of this fight isn't just a limp and a blessing. It's a total reinvention of his identity. And in this culture, that's symbolized in the most powerful way imaginable. He gets a new name.
Think about his old name, Jacob. It literally means supplanter or deceiver. I mean, his name was basically his resume. It perfectly described his life of trickery, from stealing his brother's birthright to his shady dealings with his father-in-law.
But now he gets a new name, Israel. And this one means he who struggles with God. It's a complete 180. He is no longer defined by his deception. He's now defined by this incredible, night-long struggle. He is fundamentally a new man.
So the sun comes up, and Jacob, who is now Israel, limps toward the very meeting he's been dreading for 20 years. But because he's been so profoundly changed, this encounter is about to unfold in a way he could never have possibly imagined.
Look at how he approaches. The old strategist is still there. He puts his favorite wife and child in the back, just in case. But then, he, the broken one, limps out in front, all alone. And as he gets closer, he bows down to the ground 7 times. This is an act of complete and total humility. This is not the conniving brother Esau remembers.
And Esau's reaction? Instead of ordering his 400 men to attack, he runs. He runs to Jacob. He throws his arms around his brother's neck. He kisses him. And these two brothers, torn apart for 2 decades by betrayal, just stand there and weep. The confrontation he feared becomes a moment of unbelievable grace.
Now you'd think that's the end of the story, right? A perfect, happy ending. But Jacob's transformation into Israel doesn't give him a free pass from tragedy. In fact, his family is about to be thrown into a brand new crisis, and this one is horrifying.
See, after they settle near a city, Jacob's only daughter, Dinah, is assaulted by the son of the local king. This one act of violence shatters the peace they just found and plunges the family headfirst into grief, shame, and an overwhelming thirst for revenge.
The prince, Shechem, actually offers to make things right. He says he loves Dinah and will do anything to marry her. But Jacob's sons, they have other plans. They pretend to go along with it, but they add one condition. Every man in the city must be circumcised. It is a cold, calculated trap, a dark echo of the kind of deception their father used to be famous for.
The men of the city actually agreed. And on the 3rd day, when they're all recovering, in pain and completely vulnerable, 2 of Jacob's sons, Simeon and Levi, move in. This isn't justice. It's a massacre. They kill every single man. They take the women and children captive, and they loot the entire city. It is an act of breathtaking, vicious brutality.
When Jacob confronts them, horrified, not because of the morality, but because he's scared of what the neighbors will do, this is their chilling response. To them, it was about honor. Their rage justified everything. They've clearly inherited their father's cleverness, but none of the humility he just learned by the river.
So here's the bottom line. Jacob the deceiver is gone. He's now Israel, the man who struggled with God. He's been humbled, he's been changed. And yet, the first major test he faces comes from his own sons, who are acting with the same deceitful violence he just left behind. His personal transformation didn't magically fix his family. In fact, their actions have just put everyone in mortal danger.
And that leaves us with a really tough question. Jacob's life arguably got even harder after his big divine encounter. It didn't make him immune to pain or chaos. So if these profound, life-changing moments don't stop bad things from happening, what are they for? Maybe the point isn't to change our circumstances, but to change us so that we're strong enough to endure them.